joined by Scott and Steve to find out what is the ADC. We get asked, people are a little bit confused. You've come rapid in the market, long way in a short space of time. To me, obviously I'm around it, I kind of understand it. There's a four-legged stool, a pillar approach. So Steve, we've got open ranks, amateur tour, undisputed, and national singles. So talk us a bit, tell us what it's all about.
Well, the football process behind the open rankings was, I've been playing darts for 20, 30 years, amateur and pro. I often go to tournaments and maybe get to semi-final or quarter-final. And then, you might get a couple of quid in your back pocket. That means nothing. It doesn't go anywhere. So what we try to do is galvanise all the local opens around the UK and give them points. So we don't tax the promoter for being associated with the ADC. So it's completely free for them. Apart from they do have to pay a small sanction fee, which is through Darts Atlas.
And that's automated scoring. Let's not wax over that. That's high-level technology.
It takes out so much admin. Obviously, Scott's a promoter himself, or previously, and he can vouch for the amount of time it saves.
So I'm got the Pendarren Open. I've got 128 players. Scott, how does that help me?
So first and foremost, it's online. So you can pre-register online. You can pay online. So as an organizer, you take...
So I set my tournament up in your system.
Yeah.
And I take the money from my event online with no e-commerce need for me.
So it basically takes everything away for you for admin. So there'll be a small charge, obviously, for the payment process.
And how much is the charge?
It's 10% of Darts Atlas. So if you take the payment on platform, so for example, it was £5 registration fee, you take 50p off.
All right, so if the Open was, say, 20 quid, it would be a £2 charge. Okay, so people are just going to add that on top like you would buying a ticket from anywhere.
Any booking fee or anything like that. But obviously the pros of that is just eliminating the admin. You're not chasing people for money. You're creating a bit more demand and urgency to register for these tournaments.
You can put it in all your marketing, put it across Facebook groups,
Also, you get you become part of the UK calendar as well. So people looking for events actively will see your event online.
So you're creating a live diary there. So people who want to, who are chasing points, find an event, and you even register a QR code at the event.
Yeah, you can do, yes. So if you, as we've previously done just at our Winmau tour, our opening weekend, we had our main flagship event. Then running alongside it was a knockout competition, and you registered using a QR code on the day and straight into the competition.
And that did all your board, all your draws.
Yeah.
What about alerts to play? Does it even do that?
Yeah, so just starting from the beginning, the whole system generates the bracket. So take the registrations on the day, you go through a checkout process.
So if I, as the event organizer, cap at 128, and I say I've got 4 boards, and I want a random draw, I press the button.
Yeah, it generates the bracket, random draw, and then after that, you can assign each game to each board. So for example, it's myself v you. If you've got your mobile number attached to your profile via Darts Atlas, you would get an automated board call text to arrive to your board for your match.
This is pretty strong playbook.
Yeah, not now. Of course, in real time, the tables, as soon as you're at the tournament, they update your ranking points as well. So
the database, so people can watch, could I watch a match live? If you were playing Steve and I'm 200 miles away, do I see a live score?
Yeah, so via the ADC UK page on Darts Atlas, our home page, league page, each live tournament will be shown. So whether you're playing in Wales, England, Scotland, wherever, each tournament will be shown, and you can click into that tournament, and then it will come up with all your stats, results, everything, and the live game itself, so you can follow.
So you've essentially automated any Open in any country for the world and ranked it.
Yeah, but we must be honest, at the start of this, we're a bit sceptical ourselves, thinking, this transition is not going to be for everybody, but, everybody that's ever touched it loves it.
But everyone's got, even my mum's got a mobile phone.
Yeah, but in terms of but your playing experience, if you lose, chasing a marker used to be a nightmare for organisers.
So you can mark the event on that as what was that with an iPad or?
Yeah, iPads.
Yes.
So that's linked to every board. A score goes in. Yeah. Even off your mobile phone, maybe, or.
You can use your mobile phone if you wish. Yeah, so you can access the scoreboard from any kind of tablet or device that supports it.
But the events run so smoothly because obviously the next game on is automatically put up on the screen, so people sort of shout to each other. But it's also the marking process. People tend to mark a bit quicker, but they don't mind marking as much because it's on the tablet. Yeah. You've only got to add up, they haven't got to take away. So
So you've modernised the whole open structure for the world, effectively.
Yeah,
pretty strong play.
Yeah.
And from the back of that, we are offering more opportunities through it. So you can qualify for majors, national finals, all from qualifying from your local pub. So if you've got some ranking competitions in your area, you don't have to travel the world. You can travel to your local pub, pick up some points, put yourself on the ranking table, and then take the next step.
That's brilliant. I like the sound of that. So that's one leg of the stool. We've then got the amateur tour.
Again, it's very much sort of in line with, excuse me, the PDC Pro Tour, which me and both Scott are very familiar with. So it's a professional tour for amateur players.
Yeah.
So you walk in and it feels like a PDC event. You've got the barriers, there's no alcohol behind the barriers, etc. All the tablet scoring. Our ADC officials as well, which is very important. We don't just sub out and let anybody run our tournaments or our tour events. These are all run by ADC officials.
And what's the structure of the amateur tour? Is that a set amount of events or can it be unlimited?
Yeah, so at the moment for 2022, we have eight events over 4 weekends. So it's double headers, Saturday and Sunday. But on each Saturday and Sunday will be the main flagship event for the tour, but running alongside it will be a loser's knockout as such. So if you get knocked out in the first or second round, you can still enter and play some more darts.
So you get some extra darts, and do you still pick up some points in that play as well?
So every competition will be ranked on the UK ranking table.
And also, I'm understanding the winners of the Sunday qualify for Champion of Champions.
Yeah, so the next event, which will be Sunday the 3rd of July in Bristol, the winner of that will qualify for the Red Dragon Champions of Champions. Yeah.
Which is in Cardiff, 32.5 grand prize fund, News the World format. We'll cover that later. It's very good fun, that one. So this amateur tour, 4 venues, 8 events, and big ranking points for that.
Yeah, I'd just like to say as well, obviously the amateur tour is only for amateur players. So anybody can play apart from the 128 PDC tour card holders. Whereas the open rankings, which ran by local organisers, obviously they can let pros in at their own discretion, but they won't receive any ranking points.
Okay, it's fair enough. So you're keeping that nice amateur tag there with that one. And then we've got the Undisputed, which was the old belt system now. So you've got the Undisputed title structure you're bringing in. Mm-hmm. And how's that going to work? So
again, that'll be over, I think this year we've got 8 nights, evenings. So that'll be like exhibition evenings for amateur players, with an opportunity to sort of raise their profile and get some really good stage time in.
And what are the actual prizes for that? There's UK champion, Welsh, European.
Yeah. So we have the UK champion, the English champion. Sorry, the global champion, which represents the world. European champion represents Europe. England, Scotland, Wales. These titles are all online. There's obviously staggered money for putting a bid in to challenge for the title to win it. But on top of these exhibition nights as well, we're going to be looking at putting some grudge matches together. So local players that just want to take the next step, maybe not challenge and put enough money up to challenge for a champion, but just play someone that, a local player that they've got a grudge with.
Oh, a bit like a card in a boxing sort of card.
Exactly the same as that system, yeah. Also, we have regional champions as well. So again, moving forward, and the regional champions will have to play a mandatory challenger every so often to sort of keep their belt and make it sort of credible as well.
Yeah, and it's something, it was your idea, that, Steve,
Yeah.
And it's been well received because you've got a couple of good champions who love the belt, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I think we're going to make a few announcements in the coming days of our next events, and one I'm really looking forward to is James Richardson is the current European champion. He's being taken on by Kevin Painter, so I'm looking forward to that one.
A big match. Yeah. Well, we'll keep you, obviously, tell us more details about that. Brilliant. And then you've got national singles leagues for which at the moment it's for the UK, but you're looking to roll that out into each territory. How do they function?
Yes, so based in the UK at the moment, headed by Red Dragon. It's a Red Dragon National Singles League. We're operating with about 16 leagues at the moment across the country. Each division has 16 players. You play 2 games a night. Over a 15-week period. The top players will then qualify for the national finals and challenge for up to £8,000 prize fund. So for £5 a week, you're playing two best of 8 games. You're getting quality game time. everything's updated using tablets. Everything's updated, automated, real time. You can see your stats, your percentages, your checkouts, everything like that. Raising your profile, raising your game, and then taking the next step.
So yeah, I'm feeling that you're keeping a lot more opportunity for players in their local area then.
Well, there, it's, like you said, I think the tagline is local darts on a national scale, and that's the way we want to keep it. Obviously, we'll keep going back to COVID, but we all learned a lot of lessons from that, and keeping things nice and local, again, keeping your costs down, especially in this day and age, is important for players.
And the four-legged approach, which means you can engage as little or as much as you want. I get that's fantastic. What was really exciting, Scott, you mentioned the list of countries you're looking to expand this into. Tell us.
Yeah, so
where we're looking.
We're making moves in the North America, the US. So we're going to be looking at that as a market. So bringing in kind of the round robin feature, weekly games, multiple games for your money. We'll take the next step. If you qualify in your state as such, you'll go on to the next step for the national finals. We're going to be rolling out in Australia and New Zealand as well. Similar concept of what we've got there, the four-legged stool. The Benelux, we're in talks with Spain and Gibraltar, as well as Scandinavia now as well.
So globally, we're sensing people want to be playing a little bit more ability to play locally, but it actually means something.
Yeah, I just think that people sort of see the ADC as quite a modern brand and a forward-thinking organisation that they want to get involved with. So, for us, a lot of work goes on behind the scenes that people don't get to see. And me and Scott are probably well into the early hours most nights, just discussing and talking. Obviously working with different time zones around the world. Obviously, from Australia. So, yeah, the work that's gone into this and make it, hopefully going to be a global organisations, shouldn't go unnoticed.
Yeah, I can second the amount of hard work because I see the back end and some of the stress you guys put up with, and you've had this, you've had some public stress as well. People calling things out. But we're starting to see that cycle slide into more positivity. I think around all of darts, if I'm honest. Yeah. I think there's the change over the last 3 years has been quite significant in that step forward, hasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I think I said coming out of COVID again, but I think people were a bit stressed when things started to open back up. Everyone was in a rush to get things done or try and make up for lost time. But I think now things are settling down. I think the darts is especially amateur darts is in a great place. And
again, just to finish, where can everyone find out all the information they need about how they can engage with the ADC? Yeah, the main website domain is dartcircuit.com, and our social media pages, Dart Circuit on Twitter and Amateur Dart Circuit on Facebook. Brilliant. Thanks for your time, guys. Thank you. Forward. Cheers.